Alright, so let's talk about the string compression. So given the array of character charts, so just follow the algorithm, right? So I'm going to just summarize this. So you're traversing the charts array, and then inside charts array, they are what? The array are sorted, and then you want to return a new array chart, right? So if when you traverse, you know that character A, there are 2 of them, and then B are 2 of them, C are 3 of them, right? So you want to convert to the new char array like this, right? So you want to count the char, and then you want to modify the current char, modify the current chars array. So this is pretty much the idea. And so if the group of length is 1, then just append s, right? So if just for example, a only have ones, so you don't need the integer 1 after a. You just have to insert a. So this is pretty much it, right? So I'm just stop coding, and then you'll just follow along, and this is pretty straightforward. Yeah. So let's just start in. So I'm gonna have an I index to traverse my charts array length, and also the modify index for my charts array, right? So when I keep moving my charts array, I need to use the I, and I need to know my current char. So the current char is going to be what? The constant, the final one, right? So final char is equal to what? Char say I. I need to know how many frequency, right? So it definitely has one at least, right? So I need to traverse, so I less than char stop length, and also the current char say I is equal to C. So I need to have I plus plus, and also what? The count plus plus, right? Plus plus, right? So once I move my I also increment my count, right? So in this one, I'm starting from, so my I is here, right? So this is also my C, and I need to count the B, right? So my char is actually B. Char C is actually B. My count is actually 1 initially, and I traverse and I reach the end, so the count is actually 2. So this is pretty much the idea, and I need to just modify the current chart position. So I'm going to say the first index is going to be what? The first index is going to be C, right? And I need to increment my index, because the next one is going to be what? The nums, right? So for the num, I have to check, does my count is actually greater than 1? If my count is greater than 1, I need to append, right? So imagine here, a is only 1, right? If a is actually 1, I don't need to append, right? And if a is 1, if a is more than 1, I need to append the integer, right? So how do I traverse? Because right now I'm using the count is actually int. I need to convert to the char. So just using the library. So integer dot toString count dot to char array. So I actually convert the char array, from int to char array, and I just chars a index plus plus equal to num, right? So I'm adding the value. Into the chars array. So the length is what? The length is definitely the index, right? So the length is actually starting from 1. So once you increment, right, and this is actually totally fine, right? So let me run it. Alright, so let's talk about the time and space. For the space is constant. For the time is actually all of them. You traverse every single element, and then you just append. Alright, so let me just probably pause right here. And which one you want to? Maybe. Alright, so this is doable, right? I just keep looking on the left, and then I'm just, you know, look at this. Like, you modify the current choice array, right? Alright, so once you reach it, reach for the last index, the answer only need to return the index, right? So you don't care about the remaining position in the choice array. So this is pretty much a solution. So access. So if you still have a question, leave a comment below, subscribe if you want it, and I will see you next time. Bye.